Today on the channel, we hit the trails with the Wrekkin Slam and Spin ATV. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Mattel WWE unboxing and review. And today we've got the Slam and Spin ATV with bonus Big E figure. But remember, for all your Mattel WWE needs, hit up Wrestling Collectors Shop. Use discount code Kyle and discount code Kyle10 to save. But for this one, not quite Wrestling Collector Shop material, more Target material, as this is currently hitting the store shelves at Target stores on the new planogram modular that is hitting right now. So if you're out there and looking, hey, look at Target, you can pick this up. And normally I'm not a big playability Wrekkin, more kids line type guy, but I guess as I say that, I do have the car, I do have the ambulance, I did pick up Drew McIntyre's motorcycle, and now I got the ATV, so I guess I do collect this line. I say I don't, but I actually do. The proof is in the pudding and the reviews. But I had to pick this up. ATV is pretty cool, but my head immediately went to, hey, I love G.I. Joe, I love Marvel Legends, I love wrestling, as you know. I wonder if this would scale very well with G.I. Joe figures. So I got my boy Flint, right here ready to go. We'll check a G.I. Joe Classified on here. Obviously, we can see Big E goes on here. But then most people, when they think of ATV and wrestling, of course, they think of Stone Cold Steve Austin. Obviously, he was in an ATV in many an episode of Monday Night Raw, pay-per-views, stuff like that. So we'll have to throw Stone Cold on here to see how well he looks on this ATV as well. And we're going to do this unboxing like we do all the other unboxings on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So let's look at this first. Very eco-friendly packaging here. As you can see, a big open here. You can stick your hand through, get caught in there, whatever you want to do. Big E, very strange. You can touch Big E. Who knows how many people. Luckily, I got this out of a fresh case. It had just been put up, but you know, if this thing sits on the shelf for a long time, which it will, it'll be there for months. There's gonna be a lot of kids getting their grubby hands all over this. So be careful there. You might want to get the old Lysol out and clean this off if you're buying this down the road. But you can see there, you got the familiar Wrekkin line that we know all about. Slam and Spin ATV, so like all these other Wrekkin vehicles, yes, it's an ATV, but it breaks apart. It has gimmick features, stuff like that, like they usually do. It says spinning handlebars, launching action, 6 breakaway pieces. You got poor Apollo Crews right there just getting kicked. Doesn't look like very safe driving for old Big E there. I don't know. Maybe his license should be revoked at this point. Figures sold separately, of course. There's some glamour shots on the back. Look at those hours of fun you could have as a kid. Little kids, obviously this is for little kids. 6 and up, though. Not too little of a kids, but 6 and up. My daughter Emma, she's good. She can play with this. Maybe she can test it out a little later if she wants to. But it includes Big E figure, bumper-to-bumper destruction. Oh, I wouldn't have it any other way. Launch into the match, deliver a spin kick. Includes Big E. Huh. So it looks like the engine is removable. You can spin off the handlebars. You got some catapult mechanisms. There's a lot going on here. Let's get down to it. Let's unbox it, huh? Maybe we'll unbox it. You gotta always figure out the best way to unbox these things. Uh-oh, we're losing it. We're losing. Oh, there it is. Got it out. See you later. Goodbye. See you later. Goodbye. All right, we got instructions. Always good to have instructions. Hate to read them, but you never know. Maybe we can figure it out without the instructions. Shows the contents. Oh boy, slam and launch figure attached to the handlebars. Pullback figure. Release to deliver a spin kick. Oh, and Big E, he's strapped in here. He's strapped in, but there he is. He's standing up as he drives. So a little bit bigger, nice, durable. Yes, it breaks away, but it feels a little stiff. I like that. Sometimes Wrekkin things and fall apart things that have those gimmicks, they fall apart way too easy, as we know. They just crumble in your hand, and that is very annoying. This feels like it does not have that issue, so I hope that is the case. There we go. Get Big E unstrapped here. Let's pull this Big E. So it does have, gosh, he is really locked on this thing. Oh, let go, Big E. Let go. There you go. He's out. So it's just your, I guess we'll start with this figure since I have it out. It's just your standard basic Big E figure. Do you need this? I don't know. Are you a Big E completist? If you are, you definitely need this, but it's just kind of a plain Jane Big E figure. Very big, though. It feels bigger than your average basic, even the other Big E's we've had in the past. And I don't have a lot of Big E basics. I think I have one or two, but this one seems to be maybe a different mold, or maybe it's been so long since I've had one, it just feels different. But he does have that very strange look on his face, though. That's the one thing I notice about these. Do have a little bit of scuffing on his butt. That's always unfortunate. Nobody wants a dirty butt. Hey, I'm saying it right now. Nobody wants that. But you got Big E right there. Is what it is. I don't know if he's the selling point of this, but, you know, it's a $10 figure. Feels like it's thrown in free, so, hey, we're here for it. We're here for it. Then we get down to this. So where does this? The bumper fell off, so obviously that is one of the gimmick features. You can knock that bumper off, but this is actually a pretty solid-looking ATV for what it is. You know, there's not a lot of 6-inch scale vehicles in Marvel Legends, in Star Wars, in G.I. Joe, you name it. We don't get a ton of those, so when we do, I could see a lot of G.I. Joe, Marvel Legend collectors, other big line collectors eyeing this and picking this one up and saying, okay, can I customize this? Can I paint it black? Can I do other things? And that's always a possibility out there. So there's a lot that can be done. What is it? Am I missing some pieces? I think I might have thrown a piece off. I'm going to go double check quick in a second. But you do got the gimmick feature here. You can put somebody on the back, and it's like a dump truck. You can shoot them off there if you so please to. But I believe there's one more piece that is missing. I think it's the front grill thing. Yes, it is. So let me grab that. I'll be right back. Sometimes old Kyle's too eager for the old see you later. He throws away some pieces. But we do have this piece right here. It fits on the front. I believe it sits on the front and the back. Okay, so it does. So yeah, you can stick that in the front. It fits into the grill, ties in there. So you guys have probably been on a 4-wheeler ATV, and you could put your cooler up here. You can put your stuff there. It's kind of a, instead of scratching the paint up, you got a thing to hold it on. But you can put that here on the front, which makes it look a little bit better. But you can also put this in the back. So you can use this as, you know, a step stool, something like that. Guys can shoot off of here. Bam, there you go. So it does have the gimmick features. I don't know. Kids, they love that kind of stuff. Adult collectors, not so much. We're looking at this as a display piece, but got to always take that big business step back. These are for kids, so remember that for these play features. But pretty cool. I think I'm going to put this up here. I think it looks better as far as display goes. These do not really work as far as, well, you do this. This works. So you let that go. That's the spinning action. You can put a character on there. You can spin to a kick. You can do that. But this does not turn the wheels. There's none of that playability feature. There's no turning, anything like that. You got plastic wheels here. They don't feel like they're up for heavy-duty use. This isn't like an old-school Tonka toy you could take out in the dirt. I mean, you could, but it's not going to last as long as an old-school Tonka, something like that. You got the engine in the middle. That is removable if you really want to, if you want to throw that around. We saw that in the promotion stuff. I like the flipper aspect to that. That is kind of neat, but I could see how that could be a little annoying. But once again, for a kid, not so much annoying. You got a nice sticker up here, kind of the odometer, all that kind of stuff. So giving a little added realism to it. And you can see kids playing with this with their Big E, playing it with other toys, or playing it by itself. There's a lot of those kids that are car kids, toy kids of playing with that. It's funny growing up, and maybe you were the same way. There was always the action figure kids, which you know Kyle was an action figure kid. And then there was like the Hot Wheel kids, and they played with cars and trucks and stuff. I was never a part of that. Every kid has Hot Wheels. They get them for Easter and stuff like that. None of that ever tripped my trigger ever. I was never at the store, oh, I want that Hot Wheel, I want this. Just never was that kid. And usually, in my experience, they didn't cross over a whole lot. I'm sure there's some kids, but maybe you were one. Did you collect action figures and a bunch of Hot Wheels, or were you one or the other? It seemed like you were left brain, right brain, or something like that. That's just kind of my psychological studies back in college. But what I really want to know is how Stone Cold Steve Austin look on this ATV. Because when I think ATV, I think wrestling. Unfortunately, I don't think Big E, but I do think Stone Cold Steve Austin. So there you go. And we're going to put him right on there. Of course, he fits perfectly. Fits like a glove. I do like that they have kind of the hold down strap thing here, and that is for the gimmick nature, but it does help kind of keep the arms steady, kind of keep them in the base and stuff like that. But Stone Cold, yeah, he fits on here. He even actually looks a little bit small, which usually some of these vehicles look a little bit small. The figure looks a little big, but not in this case. Austin looks like he was made for this. He looks actually pretty good on here. I could see people spray painting this camo. They have camo spray paint now. I don't know if you knew that, They have that, but they also have black spray paint, as we all know. So you could really customize this if you really wanted to. I don't think it would be very hard. Spray paint has come a long way. You know, it's primer and one, all that kind of stuff. Tape off what you don't want, spray it black, go to Walmart, get a can for $3, and man, you're in business. So that is a very big possibility if you're into that kind of thing. I wanted to check Flint as well. As you guys know, G.I. Joe's what it's about. And he fits pretty good on here as well. That's not too shabby either. It looks a little weird with the red coloring, but yeah, if you want to use this for G.I. Joe classified figures, that is something that could be done. There's a market out there for 6-inch scale vehicles, motorcycles, ATVs, cars, trucks, Jeeps, you name it. I'm surprised more companies, like third-party companies, don't make stuff not for G.I. Joe, but will get the word out that, hey, this works good with G.I. Joe. I think there's a spot in the business market out there for that. Maybe we'll see that more often, or maybe it's something I'm just missing and they're actually out there. I know there's like some Harley bikes that scale decently, some say. But very interesting here. Playability feature for kids, I think through the roof. I could understand a little kid liking this. I could understand Kyle liking this just on a shelf, putting Stone Cold Steve Austin on it. And we got so many Stone Colds over the years. It's a way to make one of those Stone Colds that are very similar feel a little bit different by putting him on an ATV. And that's exactly what I think I will do. So look for that in a display tour eventually. But for this Wrekkin cycle, for, I don't know, 20 bucks or whatever it is, something around there. I'm sure like a lot of them, they will go on sale, so you got to get a deal. If you long gamers, you might play that deal game. Not shabby, not too shabby. But what do you think? You guys let me know in the comments. Are you going to pick this up? Got any other good ideas or uses for it? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the old notification bell. Follow me on social media. SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson, and of course, ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. So for Big E, Stone Cold, Flint, and an ATV, a Wrekkin ATV, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.